Okay, for this lesson, I'm going to create a tree ornament for my Christmas tree, but you can make whatever you want. I'm just choosing to make a tree. So I'm going to drag out a roof piece, and that's a nice triangle to use for that. And then I'm going to increase the size by holding shift and just bringing that up. And then I want to make mine thinner. So I'm just going to turn this around and I'm going to bring this back. There we go, like that. And so that's going to be the bottom part of my tree. Then what I can do is I can make a copy of that and drag it up by using this little triangle right here. And that gives me another layer of my tree. And then I'm going to make it a slightly smaller by holding down the shift button and just dragging that down. And then I'm going to make a copy of that one, put it on top. There we go. And then again, hold down the shift key and make that a little bit smaller. And then I'm going to make a copy of that and put it on the top. I want to make sure that they're all aligned. So I'm going to turn it and make sure that they're all aligned. That's going to print as one piece. So that looks good to me. I'm actually going to bring this one down a little bit. There we go. All right, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to group it. So I lasso the whole thing and then click the group tool. That's going to make it one whole piece. I don't know why it's textured like that, but I'm going to keep going. All right, next thing I want to do is I want to add a little base to my tree. So I'm going to drag it up and bring out the rectangular prism. The box is fine. I'll put that at the bottom there. And then I want to make sure that it's as thin as my other one. So I'm going to drag that back. There we go. And I'm going to group that as well. Looks like I'm going to have to use the align tool. It's not letting me. There we go. All right, then I'm going to group that. And now it's time to start adding the battery pack. So I'm going to flip around to the back and I'm going to bring out a box. And the battery is 20.6 millimeters wide. So I'm going to make this 22 millimeters wide. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to make it 22. And then I'm going to bring out another box. This is important. And I'm going to make a hole inside that one. Is everybody looking? What I want to do is I want to bring this up and then I want to push it back after making it 21 millimeters wide. And then I'm going to align it with this other shape. So that it becomes a little case for the battery. I'm actually going to end up making this one 23 instead of 20. There we go. And now what I'm going to do, that looks aligned. I'm going to group it. And does everybody see what that became? It looks like a little chair. Does everybody see that? Everybody see that? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a little bit shorter by dragging this in. And then I'm going to attach it to the back of my tree. And this will hold my battery cell. So now my little battery will just slide right into that. Does everybody see that? All right, so I grouped that. And then the last step is to add a hole for the light to go through. So I'm going to come back to the front. I'm going to bring out the cylinder hole. And then I'm going to turn it 90 degrees. And then the diameter of that needs to be the size of the LED, which is 5 millimeters. So I'm going to click on this and make it 5 millimeters. And the height and make it 5 millimeters. Now I have a nice long skinny little 5 millimeter hole. I'm going to drag it up off the plane and then push it in where I want the light to go. I want my light to go at the top of the tree, kind of like it's the star of the tree. So I'm going to put it up to the top here. And then I'm going to turn it and make sure it goes all the way through. It has to go all the way through so that the light can have the little prongs come out the back and connect to the battery. You can use the align tool to help you get that centered if you'd like, since it's so tiny. I'm actually going to do that. There we go. And then you're going to group it. That hole now becomes a hole in the tree. Let me see if I can get it centered so you can see it. Does everybody see the hole? And then I can put the LED through there. And then if you look at the back, we'll run some wire down and onto your battery that'll be sitting in the little box on the back of the tree. Everybody understand? Are there any questions? I'll write those measurements up on the board for you so you'll have them. And then you're good to go. I will also post this video to the YouTube channel so that if you want to watch it again for directions, you'll have that in the YouTube channel.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Try to bite.